but it's for nonprofits. Anyway, I don't know.
Interesting.
They're right here in Greenwood Village, Mutual of America. He did say that. And in any case, I don't understand what a computer glitch means. I mean, if I called Fidelity or anywhere and they told, or Ameritrade, and what would you do, Mark, if they said they had a computer glitch? Would you ever use them again?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I've never had that happen. Usually I can...
glitches aren't very common when it comes to investing.
It takes a day or two for something to settle, and then I can ACH it to whatever bank account in a matter of, 48 hours generally.
Correct. Yep, absolutely.
So we'll have to ask him more questions. But the bottom line is I think what we're going to have to do is basically... get them back on.
What you just said about it, I have never heard. How does that work? A 401k for a nonprofit? How do you pay taxes? I don't even get it. Just the definition itself makes no sense to me.
I looked it up.
Well, the organization sounds nonprofit, but the contributions will still be typical contributions for a normal employee.
Oh, I got you. They just specialize. Yeah. I got it. For the employee side, it's not a 401k or a plan for the actual company. It's a plan for their employees. I get it.
Correct. Yep.
Employer-sponsored 401k plan. It says a Mutual of America financial group supports your retirement plan. For nonprofits, I don't know, but look them up. They're a real company.
And he was able to.
It sounds like it might have been a broker issue, if we're being totally honest.
What's that?
It sounds like it might have been a broker issue, if we're being totally honest. I don't think that's a company issue. When it comes to investing and initiating and executing trades, there typically isn't going to be a glitch that you experience. I mean, otherwise there'd be lawsuits at the wazoo. So,
well, if he's still listening, do we have his information? Because we'll be happy to call for him if that's the case.
Sure.
And so anyway, rpcenter.com, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Thank you guys. Now listen, how many people are opting for Zoom meetings with you guys as opposed to getting together in person?
Nowadays we're getting a lot more in person, but we're probably still about 60-40 in person to Zoom. Which
okay, and in person
with Zoom, that's not a problem.
And in person, you'll go to them, right?
Yeah, we've been known to do that. They'll come to us. It just depends on the situation. Absolutely.
All right, and that's 970-663-3211. I appreciate you coming on, Josh. Thank you very much. Ideal Home Loan. Okay, thank you. Ideal Home Loans. Brent, some guy wants to know, if his house is in a trust, can he still get a mortgage with you? How do you do that?
What we typically do is we will quick claim it out of the trust because the trust itself cannot borrow the money because the individual has to be on the note for the money. So we'll take it out of the trust, close the transaction, and then put it right back into the trust after the loan funds.
So okay. All right. So a house within a trust can obviously have a loan on it then, and you're able to do it. You can take care of that all in-house?
Yep, we can take care of that all in-house.
All right, that's Ideal Home Loans, and he'll be with us for the show. If you have questions on mortgages of any kind, 303-867-7000. We have more coming right back.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon, 630 KHOW, Denver. Now.
So it sounds like what it is. 49,000 there.
Oh, la, 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 la. Uh-oh.
49,000 is there.
Well, it may
What's that?
go down. What do you mean?
What we got?
I don't think they did.
I got it.
I think it was still invested, and that's what he's upset about. Maybe not.
No, I think it was cashed out. He said it went back up, and now he's just waiting to get a check, basically. That's
Okay, yeah, but how did it go up if it was cash?
No, it went down to 40, went back up to 49. And then cashed out at 49.
I didn't hear that, but okay.
Tom and Power coming after this.
Gotcha. Keep that up now.
Okay, 40.
At every corner.
You know, right now, equity is at all-time highs still, thank goodness. So many seniors have a gold mine they're sitting on. Maybe you want to stay in your home and have assisted living. You can do that with a reverse loan. Maybe you want to fix up your house, or you want to, let's say, have a line of credit for emergencies, or monthly supplement coming in. Reverse loans are a way to do that. You live off the equity. You don't feel guilty about it. Now, it's not for everyone, but if you're looking at one, EmpowerReverse.com, Empower Reverse Mortgage, set up a helpline for you to answer all of your questions. 720-500-7719. 720-500-7719.
Saving money is easy when it comes to shopping for a new outfit.
Inside the demographic and geographic area, I was getting maybe 3 per week. Now, there's days I get 15.
What's the region?
Well, I expanded it a little, but basically Parker, Parker, almost anywhere in Parker.
So
and
the
then
one that's coming up
kind of out like
referral list is
Green,
Hull and
Greenwood
Zimmerman.
Village. What's out by the airport?
Green Valley Ranch.
Green Valley Ranch, but only a certain area.
Hull.
But really
and
just
Zimmerman,
those 2 areas. But they're mostly condos or townhomes. I think it's condos or townhomes. And the price range was...
And that is, and they can be reached at 303.
450 to 650 or 5 to 650, somewhere in there. And at first, man, there was like fucking nothing, Jack. Nothing. Now they're coming up like crazy. They're still a ripoff, though, man. There's one in Castle Rock that popped that I just happened to see on Frank's website that he's listing. They want 520 for a
no problem. Thanks so much.
Foot condo. They're brand new, downtown Castle Rock. I mean, even 1,600 feet or something might start thinking about it, but 1,000, it's like, it's nothing. It's a studio.
Yeah, right. No, for sure.
It's just crazy.
First house I owned was a 1,600 square foot patio.
Ours was a 15 square foot home in Parker, Colorado, 1992, and it was a brand new U.S. home. I can't remember the neighborhood. 110 grand, brand new.
I was able to do it.
I bought them at patio. Yeah, at the ranch.
Yep.
They were all built by Oakwood. And same thing, brand new. It's like $109,000.
Yep.
And I sold it a handful of years later for like 230 cents.
That's what we did. We sold exactly 10 years later, and it was like 240. Now it's probably fucking $500,000. And then we moved to Red Hawk in Castle Rock, and it was 9/11, man. I was the first one in their sales office after fucking 9/11, the actual 9/11. And the whole world was fucked up, and I lowballed the shit out, and we bought a really nice home in the cul-de-sac up there, really close to the golf course.
Yeah.
It wasn't our backyard, but it might as well have been. 266, and then we sold that fucker for about $550 in 2010.
Yeah.
Or 15, I don't know.
And then moved out to where you guys are now.
Yeah, and then moved to Franktown. I don't know where we're going to go next, man.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you're someone like Skip, where you live back and forth between 2 locales, the landmark's perfect. It's just that each way.
Yeah, something like that would be great. We don't even need something that big like that at all. The problem with that, though, is we have no place to put our bus. The places we're looking at in Louisiana, we could park our bus right there on our own property.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest thing, man.
Yeah.
We like traveling, dude. I mean, we'll get to the point, I think, where we're traveling, 4 or 5 months out of the year, and then split it up between
back and forth here and there.
2 homes.
Yeah. That's the thing. So
What's a 5,000?
10 seconds.
Replacement water cost?
I'll show you the exact one. What do you think? Literally on the water.
I don't know. So I asked. I'm like, I have no idea.
.com.
Hey, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life a little easier. Don't forget realcbdthatworks.com. That does help with anxiety as well. A lot of people use it for travel. It helps with aches and pains and inflammation. It's really good stuff. Doesn't interfere with drugs. realcbdthatworks.com. And, of course, you can always ask your doctor, which you should do, right? Okay. Now, you put Tom in the promo code, you get 30% off. And they also have pet products. We have a question about Denver trash. Doug, thank you for calling. And we have some lines open at 303-713-TALK. Doug, what's happening? Are you there, Doug?
What they were taking out of our property taxes, they're now charging us.
Wait. Are you saying you're paying separately now for trash?
No, right now, that comes out of your property taxes.
Right,
in the city of Denver.
Right.
But today they're voting on a thing where they're going to start charging you about $250 a year for your taxes or for your trash, but they're not going to lower your property taxes.
Right. You know why, right?
That extra money.
You know why?
Well, because they're trying to. No, why?
Tabor. You know what Tabor is?
Oh yeah, I know what Tabor is, and I'm looking forward to that $750 check that I'm going to get. I'm going to buy something real fun with it.
But here's what they're saying with Tabor. In general, you can't raise taxes without a vote. So
that's exactly why they're doing it. But
right. So they don't want to have a vote. So now, but really, I'm going to be straight with you here. In my opinion, and I don't know if it means anything, my opinion, on this issue, but if ever a fee was apropos, it would be for trash pickup, as opposed to like. Go ahead.
What I don't like, okay, that's fine. You want me to pay for trash, that's fine. But let's lower my property taxes in the meantime. What they're going to do with that money, according to Joel and Clark, is they're going to use that to fund the people who can't afford the new fee. So now, not only, Tom, do we get to pay
the new what? They can't afford
trash,
the new what?
The new trash fee that they're going to implement. So now they're going to use that money to give it to the people who can't afford the fee. So now you and I get to pay for our trash and somebody else's trash now.
But wait. Doug, how are they going to determine who gets to pay for trash and who doesn't?
That's a good question that I asked Joel and Clark, and he couldn't give me an answer.
I don't think that's
my first question.
I haven't heard.
And ask him.
I haven't heard that some people are going to get it free.
Well, I mean, it's the Obamacare model.
Yeah, but Mark, who says it's true? I don't believe it.
I have no idea.
If they're going to have a fee for trash, why wouldn't they? And it's for property owners. So tell me a property owner that can't afford $250 a year. Well, then why should they? Then they can't own the property. I don't believe that part of it, Doug, because renters don't have to pay it.
I can forward you
an estimated 20,000. Hold on, Tom, it's right here. Yeah, this is the Denver Post. Oh, okay. I hate this. The Denver Post wants me to pay them to log into one of their articles. You got to be kidding me. But it said 20,000 low-income people will not have to pay. It says it.
But how do you be low income if you own a property?
It's probably tax returns.
Okay. You know what?
I'll tell you, Tom.
You can be low income because people on Medicaid.
What they're going to do is they're going to say for renters that are low income, because, I mean, do you own property, Tom? Do you have rentals?
No.
Are you going to absorb that $250 a year cost, or would you pass that down to your rental?
Oh, yeah. So now you mean to tell me that they're going to give people a waiver who have maybe if they rent to low income, they get a waiver? I don't know.
No, see, it'll be the people who rent from that property will be paying for their own trash. And if they can't afford that, then they get to apply for, a grant from the city to not pay for it. So that'll come
Well,
out
renters
of the
don't have to
property
pay the
tax
fee.
money.
Renters won't have to pay the fee anyway, right? I mean, don't
Mine
landlords
will.
pay? You have renters.
Yep, I have 2 renters, and they're going to have to pay for their own trash to be removed, or I'm going to raise their rent is what's going to happen.
Well, that's different. What
It's
Tom's
gonna-
saying,
it's
though,
gonna
is
come
you're
in
the
the
one
form
that's
of a
going to be
rental increase.
responsible.
But the renters
Yeah,
are not
but-
directly responsible. What I mean is this.
Yeah.
Fees for sanitation will be assessed against property owners. The property owner can go and collect it, but the city will not go to a renter and collect it.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll increase my rent, which is kind of crazy because Joel and Clark wants the city to be more affordable.
Yeah, but you if it's in Denver, bro, you can only increase that rent once a year.
I only do 6 months lease anyway, and
But
everybody's
it's
coming
$20
up on
bucks a month.
on lease renewal.
Mark, it's only 20
Doc,
bucks
he's
a month.
making a hell of a good point, though. His point isn't like I got to pay $9 for a bin. It's I've got to pay for other people's bins.
Yeah.
He's right. He's right.
No, I'm saying, but I'm saying
I'm not
he's,
trying to be right, Tom.
He's renting.
I just,
he's raising the rent only 20 bucks a month. It's not like he's doubling it or adding a.
Wait,
you know,
did the city
$1,000.
already pass it?
not yet. That's voted on today.
Okay, do they even listen to their constituency or not?
Nope. I did a next door poll to see if anybody was happy about paying, not having their property taxes lowered and having to pay for trash, and it was a 25 to 20 or 80 to 20 percentage that nobody wants to pay for their own trash and continue funding it through the property taxes as they are now.
What kills me is how they go around Tabor, though. That's what kills me more than anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Mark, Tabor truly, I mean, really, trash, if anything, could be an exception where a fee should be charged. I mean, that's a totally extra.
Can you opt out? Can you hire another trash guy in Denver? Or are you forced to use them?
I don't think you can get one for $250
You're
anyway.
going to be forced to use Denver.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it cheaper anyway.
Really, that's not even my point, though. To me, it is a tax. If you're forced to do it, you're forced to pay it, just like Obamacare was. It didn't matter. If you opted out for a while there, you still had to pay for it.
Now, the reason property taxes are not being lowered by that amount is because they want to keep that extra money.
Yep. And the guise of giving it to, the people who can't afford it, they're kicking us.
So you're upset that tax dollars will still be used for trash pickup, but only for certain few.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not using it for that, we should lower our property taxes.
Well, it's been part of taxes forever. So how do you just break into a fee? It's crap. It's a way around Tabor.
Well, okay, how can that be challenged then?
I don't think it can be.
You go to city council meetings and you got to tell people, but I've learned that a lot of people at city council don't listen to you. They've got their own agenda going.
Of course not. Of course not. I mean,
guys,
especially
I'm politics. Don't laugh at me too much.
I mean, especially Denver. God, I mean, they never listen to people. I mean, Mayor Hancock thinks he's anointed by God. I mean, except when he goes out looking for whores.
Hey, they'll still do, listen to this, they still do free composting and weekly recycling for you.
That's part of the fee. What they're trying to do also is force you into composting. So now they're going to give everybody the green container, and without telling people how to compost, they're going to say, here's your green container, put your...
Talk about inflation. I mean, really, they're just adding another $250 a year to these.
Do you know what it would take? Hold on. Do you know what it would take to raise property taxes by $250 a year?
A vote.
It would be a major vote. So now listen, Mark, look into Tabor and see. I mean, let's find do we have a Tabor expert?
It's been a tax forever. Now they're just simply saying, hey, we're going to charge you a fee for the same thing.
But everybody's doing it. So is there something in Tabor that can prevent that, or does it have to be amended?
A good governor, a good mayor, that's what could prevent it. Someone that reads what people voted for.
Yeah.
I mean, this is against the spirit of Tabor, okay? It is.
I don't think anybody doubts that.
But has anyone ever challenged fees as being a way to increase taxes? Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we do a test case.
Hey, you know, Corey Nelson's running again. Since we're talking about the great
I don't
city
want
of Denver.
but I don't want to go down that bunny hole right now. But we'll do that another day, though, for sure, because he's a liar. I have it. I mean, I know he's a liar. He lied to me. He lied to the courts. He lied. He's just a liar. Is he still a city attorney?
I don't know if he still is or not. We got a break.
Okay, we got to take a break. I affectionately call him KKK Corey Nelson because that's what he is. He's a liar, especially with minorities. We have more coming up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Delay on north westbound C470 just north of 285. It looks like we may have an accident there blocking the right lane. So do watch for some brake lights as you work your way through. Other than that, C470 looking pretty good. Now, no problems on 285.
We play this team on Sunday night. I am not.
We have a really bad connection. Do you happen to be using a speakerphone or earbuds or something? Because I can barely hear you.
Hit like a little half chopper.
Oh, I can hear you perfectly now. Yes.
Do you think it's his real age?
Well, so one of the moms said something like, "Hey, I want to see that kid."
Oh, perfect. What's your name, sir?
Yeah, he picks everybody up and he takes everyone out for beers afterwards.
All right, Dave. I will go ahead and put you on hold, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. Okay, hang on.
Single-handedly in one game hit 5 home runs.
Sleep accessories.
So you just heard a woman call in about Fix It 24/7, and she loves the Green Bubble Club. $139 a year gets them 4 visits automatically. That alone is more than $139 the way they do it, because they get the furnace ready for the season. They do an incredible job of clean and check. Then they do the AC before the season. Then they do a flushing of your water heater. This is every year, these things. And then you get a visit from an electrician to tune up the panel to make sure wires are good, the all around the house smoke detector batteries. And if you need replacement on everything, on anything, you pay reduced prices and priority on appointments. Think about this. It's incredible. You have the Green Bubble Club for just $139 a year. Of course, you can always call them for just a one-time check my furnace and give me the no breakdown guarantee. It's like a refurbishment for just $39. And later on this year, you'll be doing it for your furnace. 720-526-3939. American Restoration 24/7. Some serious folks when it comes to getting rid of a catastrophe on your property. So let's say you have a broken pipe, mold, asbestos, unattended death, crime, fire, soot, smoke. Look, even though your insurance most of the time pays for a restoration company, if it's not done right, they only pay once. You could be left with a mess. I recommend American Restoration 24/7. Why? Simply because the field of restoration companies is littered with liars, cheats, and ripoffs. These guys stand ahead of everyone else in ethics and honesty and capability and EPA certifications. AmRest247.com. That's AmRest247.com. Or call them at 8337-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST.
Colorado's own Belco Credit Union offers...
A couple of guys went down there and went down for one of the breaks, and they're like, it's the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen.
It's crazy.
Pure mayhem. Well, Skip spent a bunch of time in New Orleans right when he got out of college, selling TV and radio time. And his grandparents lived down there.
Fuck, man. We've only been there really once, to just New Orleans for a week or whatever it was. It's a fucking trip, man.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
You leave, like, the French Quarter and stuff and get out there in the middle of nowhere. Went, like, on an alligator swamp tour. Oh, some backwoods son of a bitches, man. Got, like, their 8-year-old sitting there jumping in the swamp to grab gators for you. You just can't believe it.
If you buy it, I can't wait to hear what you have there. I'm sure there's some color.
Not in that neighborhood. It looks good.
Looks good. You never know.
I think you can understand them.
Yeah.
How crawdads? I don't eat fucking no crawdads.
I draw the line at shrimp, no crawdad.
I'll eat shrimp. I ain't eating no crawdad.
Shrimp and lobster, no crawdad. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, they have. It's a different way. I bet it's pretty cheap. Well, if the housing's that cheap, you know it's cheap.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So you just really hope in 10 years you just appreciate the house. And I can do the show from there. Fuck it, man.
Yeah, easy.
Oh, I got a fucking Starlink, man.
Yeah.
Portable.
Really?
It's like this big. It weighs nothing, so you just put it somewhere and plug it in.
Hi, this message is for Christopher. My name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. We've received the voicemail regarding the issue that you had with your tire. We would love to help. We do have lines available right now. We are here 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday at 303-713-8255. Again, my name's Kelly, and we do have lines available, so go ahead and give us a call, and we can certainly help you out in any way we can. Thanks so much, and have a wonderful day.
You don't have to have it 12 months out of the year, so when we're traveling, it costs me like $120 a month.
Yeah.
And I got 100 to 200 megabytes up and down.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's awesome.
And it's low latency, so it actually works decent on this shit.
Does it?
Yep. So it's basically got like a 100-foot extension cable. So, I mean, you basically just, seriously, man, you just put it out somewhere and plug it in, and it's ready to go. Yeah, that's
Nothing
it.
to it.
Yeah, you watch it, it goes, zzz, zzz, done. It is really cool, actually.
That is cool. Huh.
We were at a wedding 2 weeks ago up in, I think it was called Pine, somewhere up in the mountains. No, and it was one of the Avs game, I think game 2.
Yeah.
Poor guy got married on game 2, and he's probably the biggest Avs fan.
Oh, dude.
So I brought it up there, and I decided it was 100 plus, all 20.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
This pro girl's wedding. They will all be glued to this Av game, so I just didn't light it up.
Yeah.
But it would have easily handled people streaming left and right on it.
Oh, yeah? That's awesome.
And then the bride would have put her fucking...
You'd have caught it.
10 seconds.
Yeah. She'd have gotten you good.
Huh.
All right, we're back.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere. Hey, let's talk, because we need to find out about Tabor and how much cities can take advantage of us. I don't want to let this gloss over this call, because really, they would have to go through, they would probably get turned down if they put this to a vote. Shall we raise your property taxes $250 a year?
But that's exactly what they're doing, no matter how you look at it.
That's exactly right. Dave, you have a comment on this. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, this $250 that they want to charge, it's ridiculous. Just think about the property values, how they've gone up. The new homes that are built in Denver, their tax base has increased and increases every year with the housing costs that have gone up.
Without
and
voting.
The other thing is, well, yeah, it's just automatic. It's all done on percentage.
Part of the mill levy.
So they get that money anyway.
Yeah, it's a little lagging the market, but you're right. In general, it's going up, yes.
Well, it sure hasn't gone down the last 10 years.
Right.
Well,
I was just saying, hold on. I was just saying it doesn't.
2008 and 10.
I was just saying it doesn't react as quickly as the market, but it does trend with the market.
Well, it reacts every 2 years, Tom.
Yep, it
based
does.
on the value.
Yes, it does.
Every 2 years.
Yep.
And the other problem I have is this $750 we're getting back. Everybody gets it. That is redistribution of wealth, because you pay in more than that, you only get the $750. It's just ridiculous.
What I don't get,
everybody should get the same amount.
We talked about this. They call it a tax refund, but especially the sales tax one, people are getting it. It didn't, or the Tabor refund. I'm sorry, the $750. Even if you paid zero taxes, you get it. How is that possible?
That's right. It's ridiculous.
No, it doesn't even make sense. It should be proportionate to income.
Or to what you or proportionate.
How about the morons that did the stimulus money? Stimulus. What was that money for? To stimulate the economy, and they didn't give it to people that made over $150,000. Well, who the hell would stimulate the economy better than those folks?
Yeah, because people who got the extra 12, people who got the extra 1,200 that either bought food or they bought food or they paid rent. Maybe
they weren't going to restaurants.
No.
You're right. The people with large incomes would spend it.
Yeah, probably more so. But listen, Mark, that's always the way it is. Always the way it is. And but this is right. Redistribution of income comes in all shapes and sizes. By the way, thanks, Dave. Jim, coming back, we'll talk to you. You want to talk about Brighton fees for curb and gutter? I'm not sure what's going on there. And then an issue with access tickets. Let's talk about that with Annette, and then we have more from Ideal Home Loans. I'm Tom Martino. You're on the Troubleshooter Show, and we're going to continue right after this. For less than you pay for coffee, a brand new Carrier furnace and AC, $4 a day or $96 a month.
713-8255, and we can get you on air with Tom and Mark and hopefully guide you toward a resolution on this. So again, 303-713-8255. Thanks so much, Shannon.
I remember back when Bally's health clubs were, it was like $50, $60 a month, man. I just can't believe how cheap health clubs got.
For sure. I just have a deal at home. So too lazy to go to the gym.
I'm too lazy to do it at home. Now, she runs almost every day at home or the treadmill if it's winter.
Why am I getting notified by
I get on I either get on the Peloton or lift. I alternate it.
What's the lift?
I do like it. Just lifting. Just I've got like a
weights.
Light weights. I do like it. I like it a lot, actually.
Fuck, I'd never buy a Peloton. Maybe an Echelon or whatever the knockoff is. Aren't they almost out of business now, Peloton, or their stock?
I think their subscription service will keep them moving.
We looked at one. Remember that? In the mall, they wanted like $5,000 or something crazy.
Yeah, right. Oh, my CFO, he races bikes. Oh, no.
Well, if they made one that actually, you tilted, you moved, you had a nice video screen in front of you, and you could ride all these mountain stuff, and it would actually incline and go down and coast and replicate actually riding a bike. That's what I thought the fuck Peloton was.
Yeah.
No, it's a $300 bike that you can put an iPad in front of. I prefer those video games anyhow that you fly.
Hi, Holly. My name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show, and we received your voicemail, and sorry to hear that you're going through some issues right now. We would love to be able to assist you. You can give us a call at the show at 303-713-8255 between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, and again, that number is 303-713-8255, and we'll help you in any way we can. Thanks so much, Holly, for calling, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Not off Santa Fe backcountry, right?
No. Yeah, the one that you take if you get off at C470 on Broadway and it dead ends into the gate.
I don't know Highlands much. Someone told me that.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
What's that area called? Yeah, maybe it is.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Go a little further. What's it called? Kind of down by Chatfield, the backside of it, though.
Oh, the Club of Ravenna?
No.
The gated community? No.
They,
Chatfield Estates. There's Chatfield Estates.
No, but just that whole area's got in it.
Roxborough Village, yeah.
They said right there off Titan, that's going to be...
An auto purchase? What kind of automobile? What's the year and make of the car?
Yeah, so that new Sterling Ranch is going to sprawl all the way from
That's crazy.
Titan all the way back through and down, yeah. It is
2/3 the size of Highlands Ranch. And Highlands Ranch is like fucking, what, 5 exits off the
it's massive. It's 30...
It's Santa Fe, basically,
to basically call it Quebec.
Yeah.
All the way on the south end of 470. There's 38.
And then all the way to Castle Pines.
Yeah, there's 38,000 houses, I think, in that one's ranch. Yeah, that's great.
Where are you seeing the most action on homes right now? What area?
Everywhere. It's, you're starting to, like, I pay attention to Highlands Ranch just because I live out there. So there's probably more stuff listed in my neighborhood than there has been in a long time, and it's not moving as quick. But it's also, $1.3 or $4 million.
Yeah. That shit never, well.
So we said, let me take a look.
That's what we were talking about, that your son was.
1,000 square feet.
So I said.
But it's a cute little area,
yeah,
like
awesome.
fun,
yeah.
you know.
Hey, you can walk to bars and restaurants. Yeah, it's great. That's like we have a buddy who did a development.
Sure. Okay, John. And you said it was a Ford F-350? And what year is it?
When it's sold, it's like we would have waited.
Even more.
2022. Okay.
No, that's the way to go.
And it was
what really kills me, though, is I get the property value part. That's always going to be supply demand.
Champ Ford?
You want to be downtown Denver, you pay for downtown Denver.
You want to be in a certain area, you can pay for it.
All right.
That's right.
You got it, John. Hang on for me, and he'll be with you as soon as he can, okay? Hang on.
You can build a brand new condo in fucking...
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
Fucking half the price. Forget about the property part.
Right.
How is that possible? Just labor and materials are that much?
Oh, hi, Holly. I just left you a message. Yeah, no problem. What seems to be going on?
What's the up and coming in Arizona?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, all of Arizona was taken on. So it took about 4 or 5 years after the mortgage meltdown for it to kind of start catching fire again, and it only in the last 18 months caught back up to where it was before the meltdown, and now has exceeded it.
Where is the place to be there?
Right, Scottsdale.
Scottsdale.
Yeah, it's close to the airport, it's just north of Phoenix.
Yeah. My grandmother lived out there. I'd go see her in the summer, man. It was brutal.
Oh, when I used to have to go down there for TV all the time, I'd walk across the parking lot in the middle of the summer and you'd sink into the asphalt.
You couldn't even go into her pool, dude. It was like...
Oh, yeah, because the thing was like a hot tub.
It's 100 degrees.
Huh.
Yeah, I used to think, man, who'd want to live down here? But, you know, when she was 90-something, you'd show up on a 115-degree day, she'd be wearing a fucking shawl. It's like, holy shit, man.
She inside of the air conditioning just
God.
Were they independent realtors, or was it a realty company?
Buddies of mine who live down there, they come up here and they're like, holy shit, it's so cold. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's 75.
Yeah, you get 60 in the wintertime here. It feels like it's...
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere where we are solving problems and we are answering questions, taking complaints to make your life a little easier. I want to get right to the phones, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Don't forget Water Pros for the best drinking water. And I have to emphasize that basically Denver water sucks. forever chemicals. They're sending out notices not to drink it without filtration. If you're anywhere in Denver or anywhere in the metro area, really, anywhere, you can get a free water test from Water Pros, absolutely free, no obligation. WaterPros.net. And if you want a water system, you'll never find a better one cheaper, ever, ever. And it's under $1,000 for a beautiful water fountain right at your kitchen sink. They'll match the finish of your faucets, and you'll have endless drinking water. Triple filter, reverse osmosis. It doesn't even take electricity. It runs off the power of the water. 303-862-5554. Finally, great drinking water. Okay, now, let's talk about a number of things. I know that we've had people waiting a while, and I want to get right to you. Jim, he has a question about curb and gutter fees in Brighton. We've been talking about how cities, municipalities and school systems are adding fees instead of trying to raise taxes because of TABOR, the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, which says you have to have a vote for increasing tax. So they're getting around it with fees. What about this fee? What about it, Jim?
Well, it just bothers me. You call the city of Brighton, they say, tough, you're going to have to pay it. If you don't like it, move.
What is a curb and gutter fee? What do they say it's for?
It's for curb and gutter and for like water drainage, flooding.
Sounds like stormwater.
Yeah, stormwater drainage is what you're talking about. Yeah.
But even in Denver, the only people that pay that, I think, are commercial, but maybe not.
No, stormwater water drainage, I believe. Isn't that part of the regular sewage and water system? I mean, isn't that part of what you're paying anyway?
In Denver, when I had commercial buildings, it was completely extra, and it's by parking lot space, and it was freaking expensive, man.
So how much does this amount to for a household in Brighton?
$66, but the area we're in is going to call Fuller Estates 1, 2, and 3. We're all on like 2 and 3 acre horse farm, little hobby ranches, and we're all on. We all have wells, and we're on septic tanks.
Now
we don't have.
Okay,
nothing.
Hold on. When does this take effect?
It's been going on for about the 3rd, 4th year, maybe more.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait. You're telling me that you're not even on their water system at all?
No, sir.
Mark, you don't have
wells.
You don't have to be.
Well,
you don't.
Yeah, you're right, because we're really talking stormwater.
Right. That's exactly right. So you're saying that the stormwater drainage fee, what does it amount to at your place?
$66 a year. I mean, it's not much. It's just that for the people that don't have it, I mean, that it's useless for us because they're taking money that we don't have. We don't even get snow removal from them.
Well, I understand that, but stormwater drainage is something municipalities. Listen, I don't want to sound like I'm waving the flag for taxes and municipalities, but truly they do have to deal with drainage, with stormwater drainage. And
there's no drainage out there. There's no culverts.
He's saying he's on a field, man.
So you're saying you don't impact that at all?
No, sir. None whatsoever.
Well, that's kind of weird. You don't impact.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're going to say it goes into the. I don't know. I mean, does it go out to the street, out to the road, or anything?
We don't have anything of theirs. Nothing whatsoever. When we moved in, it was part of the deal that we had to put a culvert over our driveways, and that's it. There's no ditches. There's nothing.
What do you mean a culvert? Why do you have a culvert then underneath your driveway?
It was part of the utilities that we had to put in when we built our house and stuff.
What do you mean utilities? You mean so you have an access culvert for wires and stuff?
No. It's just that we had to put a culvert, a 12-inch culvert, and why I don't know, but we did it because it was part of the requirements to build a house out there.
It's part of the drainage. It's part of the drainage plan. Drainage plans.
Yeah.
You have those in the country the same as you do in the city. A drainage plan may not be apparent to you, but eventually your water doesn't go straight into the ground. I mean, your water flows somewhere. Listen, water drainage is a complicated topic. I'm not justifying the fee. I'm not saying it's not a violation of Tabor. What I'm saying is that there have been drainage fees forever and drainage plans. And while it's not apparent, it does flow downhill, for lack of a better term, or downstream. And I'm sure that your neighbors are paying it too, right?
Oh, everybody pays it. But what I'm trying to say, Tom, is there's no drainage ditches, no nothing.
They're not talking about ditches. They're talking about the impact of drainage. It's going somewhere. And eventually, if you go downstream from you and keep going downstream, eventually you're going to find some swales, or you're going to find some retention, or you're going to find something to handle drainage. No, or am I wrong?
You're wrong. There's nothing out there. No, there's no detention ponds. There's nothing in Fuller Estates 1, 2, and 3.
How were these fees instituted?
Well, it just says that since you're in the city of Brighton, you're going to pay them. If you don't like it, move out. Or if you don't pay them, like a friend of mine down the street, they charged him late charges. And that could go into hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And he'll end up losing his property.
Yeah, we act like this is something different. My health insurance policy that's Obamacare approved, I have to have coverage for pregnancy. Come on, this is no big deal.
I understand. Yeah, but I just wanted to get it off my chest to see if you could do anything about it. I don't think so, because we're talking Brighton and they're bigger than we are. So I just thought I'd throw it by you and see what you guys thought.
It sucks. That's what we think.
Hold
I
on.
agree with you, Hunter.
Why don't we
What are
call
you
the
gonna
city,
do?
Kelly? No. Why don't we call Brighton and ask them? Ask them seriously. Call Sewer and Water. Call them and say, by the way, we just are curious about something. In rural areas of Brighton, how many acres do you have, Jim?
I have 3 acres.
Where people, so it's not like, so you have do you have dirt roads?
Oh, we have asphalt. That's asphalt. Yeah.
Well, then I don't believe that your water stays on your property.
It does. I mean, yeah.
He's not saying on his property. How big of an area are you talking about? We understand your 3 acres, but everybody equals what?
Oh, everybody out there has 2 to 3 acres. It's all little hobby farms, horses, or whatever you want. And it's well kept, but everybody comes up with us, and neighbor once in a while say, well, we got to pay it no matter what, because it doesn't do nothing. You know?
Okay, what are you getting? Okay,
we have go ahead.
They're going to say that it's for their stormwater drainage system, for which you benefit because you're part of the city. Even though, like we benefit from schools, even though we don't have kids in school, we still pay school taxes, or we benefit from. We benefit from whatever municipal services. We may never have a fire truck come to our home, or police don't patrol right outside, but we pay taxes for the benefit of all. Possibly that's what they'll say. I mean, you're saying if I have a drainage fee, I should have a drainage pipe or something to show for it. I don't think that's necessarily what they're saying. They're saying within the confines of this city, we must deal with drainage. In order to deal with drainage, we have to assess all the property owners. But what I think is unfair is if they assess you more because you have more property, just because you have more property, when in essence your property isn't producing a big burden. Is it charged by the size of the lot?
No, it's a flat fee for everybody.
Okay.
But you know what's funny is he's literally describing a tax, because a tax is levied as part of the common good or the common burden, where a fee is only going to be levied on someone that gets a special benefit or a privilege. So it really does go back to the Tabor. If everybody's paying it, that's a freaking tax.
It is. And you're right.
Yeah.
Fees are usually instituted for services rendered or products. You're right. And this, it's a hidden tax. Well, not a hidden tax. It's not hidden at all. But I think you're going to see more and more and more and more of this. And somebody's got to challenge it. Maybe, I don't know if you can even do a class action.
Or you vote them out. You vote the bums out.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind it. But we don't even get snow removal because I live and 3 other families live on the end of a cul-de-sac.
I don't know why he keeps coming back to snow removal, though. I don't understand what that's got to do with anything.
Well, it's just saying that...
is that part of that fee?
We're paying,
no, but it's part of his taxes.
I don't know if it is or not.
Okay.
No, it's part of his taxes. He's saying there are things he's paying taxes for he doesn't get services. But they do plow the main roads. It doesn't matter if they plow right where you are. I mean, I can see paying for that. But a fee is different. It really is. But what I fear is that more and more communities are being charged fees because it's a way to tax around Tabor. That's all there is to it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Brent Ivinson from Ideal. Listen, when you do a loan, somebody wants to know, is it mandatory that they escrow taxes?
No, it's not mandatory, but you will be charged oftentimes a fee in order to do so. And the reason that is the case is that if a tax lien accrues on the property, it supersedes any other lien, including a first mortgage lien.
So what kind of a fee?
Typically 0.25% of the total amount of money borrowed, or it'll be built into the rate as well.
Otherwise, you'll save money if you allow them to escrow.
Right. It's cheaper.
All right. 303-713-TALK. By the way, we talked about reverse loans for seniors. Living off your equity is an option. And, one of the lenders we endorse is Silverleaf Mortgage, silverleafmortgage.com. They really have been helping a lot of seniors to get the money from the equity in their home. And you can be one of them. If you have equity, 720-REVERSE. You may want to stay in your home and get assisted living, whatever it is, silverleafmortgage.com. They're good people. 720-REVERSE.
Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole-in-one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary.
I spoke to the landlord.
The pinhole leak. It wasn't a faucet.
Yeah.
It's a pipe.
Well, I spoke to the owner, and she said,
right now, I need to hear audio, bro. I need a cue to go in. All right. Let's talk about ZeroResDenver.com. That's the carpet cleaning company I use in my home, and you should too. ZeroRes is a system that uniquely uses only water. It is incredible because the water is energized. It's empowered. They call it ZeroRes water or empowered water. It's even patented. And what they do, I know it's super soft and it's probably alkaline, and whatever it does, it kills germs and pathogens, and it doesn't use any soaps, shampoos, harsh chemicals, or emulsifiers. Right now, 3-room areas for just $119. Of course, you can always do more. Your carpets stay clean longer. They dry faster because they use so much less water, and there's no dirt-attracting residue. ZeroResDenver.com. The only people I'll have in my home, 303-471-5150, 303-471-5150. Joseph A. Lazara is an attorney who does criminal defense, and that does include DUI because it is a crime. It's not a wink-wink crime. It's a real crime, so you should do everything you can to avoid it. And then, of course, if you need to refer Joe Lazara or find Joe Lazara for yourself. I hope you never need him. But Joe Lazara is a criminal defense attorney that will do free initial consultations and flat rate pricing. I know Joe personally, and I've been recommending him for years. Don't shop under pressure. I've done the shopping for you. 303-429-6200. Joseph A. Lazara. That's Lazzara. And you can find him at referralist.com, 303-429-6200. People are buying and selling jewelry more than anything to make money. They sell their scrap jewelry for the precious metals, and David Ellis Jewelry will buy them. He'll weigh it and pay it. It's that simple. He's local. You don't have to send it away on the internet or to somebody you don't even know. You can go to someone right here in Cherry Creek, 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd and Clayton, 303-322-8779, DavidEllisJewelry.com. Now, he's also buying estate jewelry and precious stones, not just the junk. So if you want to sell that, that's a different tier. Give him a call, 303-322-8779, 3rd and Clayton.
Sinking concrete? Go with the company that has 30 years of Colorado experience. I'm Brian with the...
Sorry about that, Tom. I think...
Okay, Land Rover dealership was the Land Rover dealership.
It's really hard for me to know.
This guy's saying
Doc
Denver's got a delivery
Doc was
fee.
talking to you right when I told you, because I told you at 20 and then I told you again at 10.
Well, I want to talk about that.
Do you get a delivery fee when you get shit delivered there?
Yeah.
Tom?
Yeah.
What? This message says Denver implemented a 27-cent delivery fee on
Nope,
every
I hear you.
delivery.
Okay, let me go ahead and put you on hold. There might
So,
be a
like,
little
when
bit
you
of a wait,
guys
so I
get
just ask that you
hamburgers, do
be
you guys pay
patient
that?
with me, okay?
I don't
Hang
even
on.
know. I don't know.
All right. I'm just going to go fill up my water really quick.
Inflation is close to double digits and failed progressive policies have left Colorado's middle class reeling. I'm Tim Reichert, running for Congress in Colorado 7 to restore the middle class.
Oh, and then this other guy, Neil, says you get assessed a park and recreational fee every time you renew a vehicle unless if you opt out.
I ask for your vote in the Republican primary. This is it, your last chance to win the new $15 million prize of a lifetime from Publishers Clearinghouse. There is just one day left to enter with $15 million on June 30th. So you must enter at PCH.com before it's too late. $15 million, all for you. But time is running out, so enter now at PCH.com. The $15 million prize of a lifetime. Don't miss your last chance to win it this June 30th. Enter now at PCH.com. Entries through 6/28. The purchase necessary. Price paid at $309,000 annually for the period. It's a can't miss summer on today. This week, you'll help you plan your summer getaway. Plus, the star of Minions, Steve Carell. And Keith Urban kicks off your weekend. Watch the Today Show every morning on NBC.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Celebrate great sleep at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Visit the sleep expert and save up to $500 on select mattresses.
Because they have to shut off the water to the whole apartment. So tomorrow the HOA is going to shut off the water to that whole building, and then I talked to the owner upstairs. Yeah, and then the plumber's going to come in at 8:30 and 50. So let's wait till tomorrow and see if everything gets done. So we'll have something to tell people. Because it should be done by the time we go. At least somebody should be there by the time.
10 seconds.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. All right, so you've been waiting, Annette, a long time. I'm so sorry. Let's talk about your tickets. What's going on?
Hey, Tom, this is Annette.
Thank you for holding, by the way. What's going on with these tickets? What are they for?
They're for a concert for James Taylor at the World Arena in Colorado Springs.
Oh, he's coming to Colorado Springs. When?
Yes, July 18th.
Did you buy the tickets already?
I did in April.
Who is this person?
I bought them in April as an anniversary gift for my husband.
Yeah.
And they sent me an email, so I got a receipt which says that this is not your ticket. They told me I had to go and register, and then they would send me a verification email, which I had to follow.
Did you do it?
So I did all that, except I never got the email.
So wait a minute. So you registered, but they never gave you a confirmation.
No, they said I would have to register to verify, and they would send me another email with a link that I had to follow.
Right, for the tickets.
And then
so
yeah,
when you call them and say I never got a link for my tickets, what do they say?
They never answer the phone. I called the last time and I said, okay, I've called them so many times and I will stay on the phone. After an hour, it was somebody says verifying your phone number, press 1, and then I did, and then they disconnected.
God, that makes me that pisses me off so much when I get.
Annette, did you try sending them another email?
I send them emails explaining to them that I followed their directions, but I never got the email with the link to verify the account.
Did you check your spam? Did you check your spam account? Your spam?
I sure did.
Okay.
Yes.
So you never got an email from them. What was the procedure?
And I told them so many times, and the response I get is the same directions, even though I told them that I have followed them and it's not working. And I asked them to please send them to me by mail after almost $600, and they said no.
So do you have proof of payment by credit card?
Yes, I do. That's the one thing I got by email. I have the receipt, but the receipt says it's not my ticket.
Right, it's not your ticket. But then they say, do they give you a link to go on and get your tickets to register?
Yes. Yes.
And
so
you
I did all that.
Right. When
and
you
then
hit that
says
link,
you should receive an email.
And you never did.
With a link, and I never got the email. And I've been
Could it be a
telling them,
different email address you used?
No, that's the thing. They say they want to verify that it's the same email, and the email is on the registration form. And when I click, they say they're going to send me an email to verify, but the email never comes.
It's not
so
in trash?
I could never finish it. Nope, not in the trash. I checked everything.
And they don't even talk to you about it, right?
No, I haven't been able to get anybody to answer the phone. They keep sending me the email back with the same instructions, and then, client support and all this with different phone numbers and nothing. And I went to their website, and there were a few people that asked to have their tickets sent in the mail, and they said they would send it to them via FedEx, and they would have to sign for them. So if they're not home, then they have to go pick it up, or they may deliver the next day. And then when I asked about that, they said, no, they don't do mail.
Okay. Did you ever go to support.axs.com?
I did everything. Tom. I did everything. I've been doing this since April.
I just don't get it. I mean, and you hit the
I
contact.
don't either. I just want my tickets. What's the big deal? Send them to me in the mail. I paid $600 for it. Please.
You know, unfortunately, to get their attention, you're going to have to contest the charge, and then you may not get them. But
Yeah,
you can't
probably
pay. You can't pay for nothing. You can't. Have you tried to find the tickets elsewhere?
No. I mean, I purchased
Have you ever
them.
done the live chat?
No, there's nothing on there with them.
What do you mean there's nothing? I'm right here.
I mean, if I go to the website, it's just basically, customer support, and this is the number, and this is the website.
There's a live live chat, and it says right here, hello, I'm welcome, blah, blah, blah. Please state your question. We'll get back to you. I mean, it's a live chat. I'm on it right now. Have you ever done a live chat?
Okay. No, I have not done that. That's the one thing I haven't done.
I'm just curious if it would matter. I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. After all this time, I have no idea.
But the way I got there is I went to support.axs.com, and then I hit live chat, and they come right up and they want to know some basic. I'm just wondering if you say, I've never got my link for tickets. Keep it simple. I paid, I registered, and never got my link. I'm just going to put that down. I paid for tickets, registered online, and never got my link for tickets.
Yeah, they send me an order number, but that hasn't helped me either.
Okay, here, I'm getting an answer. What should okay, hold on. I paid for tickets.
It's going to want info you don't have.
They're saying, okay, so they want you to hit live chat again because that was a bot, and now they're sending me to Zendesk. I don't know, man. I would try this live chat at least. You have someone there.
Zendesk is a real deal. That's going to be a live operator generally.
I mean, because otherwise on the phone they don't do anything, right?
No, they haven't even. I mean, after an hour, they cut you off and say an agent will return your
I just
call.
got through where I can have a live operator. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to put this link up here. I'm going to put the link, and I'm going to have Kelly give it to you or text it to you or something under notes to producer. Hold on, Kelly. I'm gonna. That's the link, Kelly. If you see it under notes to producer.
I got it.
I don't know what. I mean, I don't want to cut you off, and you can still call us back because you waited a while, Annette. But I would at least try. Let's see if you get a live chat. If not, I mean, you can even try it while you're on the phone, and we can get back to you. Just try that link that Kelly sends to you. But here's one thing you have to do. You have to keep things simple. I mean, really, really simple. Like just what I said, where you say, I purchased tickets. You can give a transaction number once you get to the live person, and then you say, I never got the link. Just say I registered online and never got the link.
Well, that's what I'm telling you. I've sent them an email so many times telling them I never got the link.
This
and then
is
they
a
send
live
me
chat.
It must be automated.
This is a live chat. Okay.
Yeah.
It's at the beginning of the live chat, it's automated. Then when they can't answer it, they send you to Zendesk, which are real people. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. I think it's worth a try. I mean, we don't, and then let us know. If that doesn't work, at least we know it doesn't work.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, well.
I've lost tickets before. If you call up the box office at the Colorado Springs Arena, tell them that you haven't gotten your tickets, you have your order number and your receipt, and if you come with your driver's license and that, will they issue you a ticket at the box? I did that last week with theater tickets for DCPA. And they just gave me the tickets right there. I gave them my receipt number and my driver's license, and they printed the tickets right at the box office.
That's one suggestion.
Okay.
First, try the live chat, then try that and see what happens. I'm Tom Martino. More coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by...
I want to get mine.
Oh, dear Evan Hansen.
Somebody tried to get gas on my card. Ha ha ha. Somebody tried to get gas on my credit card that I lost, Mark. You frickin' bastards.
Hey, Betty's Mal there. Oh. Okay, I'll give him a call later on. Bye.
Why would that go through so late? Okay.
The best $79 you'll spend. The air conditioning check from online services. Catch things before they turn into expensive problems. Just $79. Turn to the experts. Online services. Castle Rock to Longmont. Longmont's got you covered. Earning your trust since 1998. Character and ethics. Service at home. Servants at heart. Schedule online. No phone call. No hassle. No wait. LoveLineServices.com. I'm Joe O'Day, and I approve this message.
Joe O'Day, the construction CEO, a conservative, not a politician, adopted a book raised by a Denver cop. O'Day's story is only possible in the USA. Joe O'Day is running for Senate to take the fight to Biden on inflation, reckless spending. O'Day will build the wall. O'Day is endorsed by Trump's U.S. Attorney and Trump's Interior Secretary. The NRA affiliate in Colorado has extended pro-life leaders support Joe O'Day. From Maine, he's the competition. He's running for Congress in California. He's the flip-flop on abortion, gun control, and term limits. He's been 47% of his committee votes. Ray Reid and Ron Haynes was the only Republican to oppose a law that punishes teachers who have sexual relationships with 18-year-old students. Really, Ron? Ron Haynes, a flip-flopping politician. Joe O'Day, a conservative who will take the fight to Biden.
You know, I've talked about Blue Sky.
I really do have time. I can run to the restaurant.
With these products, they just keep getting better and better. I know a lot of you, hundreds and hundreds of you, have tried it and feel the same way. The feedback that you've been sharing through reviews is terrific. I've met with the owners. They shared some interesting info on the latest batch of their Max Relief Balm and how they tested the 2,700 milligrams. It's basically a free extra 200 milligrams. And this stuff has been amazing for me with aches and pains. The more and more I learn about CBD, the more thankful I become for this relationship with Blue Sky CBD. Also, I want to let you know that if you use promo code KHOW as a one-time code, please feel free to use promo code DAVE, my first name, for 30% off your next order. If you're somebody you know could benefit, I highly recommend Blue Sky CBD and their entire line of products. BlueSky-CBD.com. Once again, it's BlueSky-CBD.com.
Troubleshooter show, can you hold?
Juneteenth holiday, a paid day off for Colorado State employees. That's why Kirk Meyer got an F Liberty score, and why Kirk Meyer got an F rating from the Colorado Union of Taxpayers. Lori Sainey, the 100% A-rated conservative fighter for Congress. Bar Kirk Meyer, rated F for fake.
I'm Lori Sainey, Republican for Congress. I'm a fearless advocate for freedom and our conservative values. Others may try and sound like me, but I'm the only one with a proven ask for your vote for Congress.
Paid for by Lori for Freedom. LoriForFreedom.com. You're living with chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, lower back, and shoulders? I've got exciting news for you. Emmett Smith, all-time rushing leader and Hall of Famer. Now you can get relief from pain without harmful medications and surgery. All my guys at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics specializes in biological therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue. I'm talking about natural pain treatments now available, not just for athletes, but to people like
At QC Kinetics, we're seeing patients every day who suffer from chronic joint pain but who desperately wanted to avoid surgery. We're
30 seconds.
pain with biologic therapies, regenerative solutions with long-lasting results.
Listen, it's all about getting your life back.
We lost Holly? Shit.
See, we lost somebody. We just got somebody on one.
QC Kinetics. Call to learn more about restorative treatments that can get you back in the game.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you? Yeah, this is Kelly.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Let's go to the phones. Lakeisha, what's going on with your Land Rover? Is it Lakeisha? Just trying to, I don't know if she's there or not. Lakeisha?
Yeah, she's up.
All right. Let's talk about your Land Rover.
I'm here. I was on mute. My apologies.
Okay,
Can you hear me
let's
now?
talk. Yeah, let's talk. What's going on?
Yes. And so I reached out to you because it was suggested that I reach out to you all regarding an issue that I'm having as far as the service repair on my Land Rover.
What's wrong with what's going on? What's going on?
So what's going on is it started about a year ago, last August, 2021. My brakes were squeaking. The brakes were squeaking. I took it in. I thought I'd go to the top of the line dealership, Land Rover. It's a Land Rover. And so it only made sense to take it to them because they know all about Land Rovers, right?
They should.
So I did that. And now we are here approaching July 2022, and the repair is still not done.
So how long total has it been there? How long total?
It's been almost a year.
Well,
That
is absolutely ridiculous. How can your car be there a year? I mean, what did it need?
Well, it wasn't there a year. It's been back and forth throughout the year.
Okay.
And I just needed to
What was the original issue?
Squeaking brakes.
That's
every time I push on the brake pedal, they squeak all the way to the finish line.
Okay, and what dealer? Which one is it?
Land Rover, Denver on South Broadway.
Okay, that one. Okay, Land Rover, Denver. Yes. Okay, and then okay, so you still have squeaky brakes.
Yes, to this day.
What did they replace?
$7,000 in repair.
Wait! You spent $7,000. How bad did they squeak?
They squeak pretty bad. It's loud and it's long. Like I took all the way to the finish line. So as soon as I tap on my brake pedal until I stop completely.
Well, hold on.
All the
way.
Okay.
Do they charge you every time you go back?
Yes, every time I go back and they say, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Let's try to fix this. And everything they've tried and all the money I've spent and the brakes still squeak.
Okay, man, let's just give this to Deputy Smarty Pants to talk to them. This is ridiculous. She spent $7,000 and they still squeak? I mean, you're paying for all of their hunting.
I'm paying for whatever activities they're engaging in.
Well, it's wrong.
My pocket.
It's wrong.
And I'm still
you shouldn't have to
down
do
the street
this.
along the way.
You shouldn't have to do this. I mean, so what do they say? And excuse me, let me ask you this. When they say it's fixed and you pick it up because you say it's been going on and off for on again, off again for a year, does it ever not squeak? Did it ever not squeak? Or as soon as then why do you even bother taking the car home and taking it back?
And that's the thing. Like as soon as I leave from their dealership, I get to where I'm going or I get to the first stop and they're squeaking. And so I called them and I'm like, did you guys test drive it before you gave it to me so that you can hear what I hear? It's still squeaking, or am I crazy?
And so we've been going back and forth. And I have, this is like my only vehicle. And so there was a time where I dropped it off there. They didn't even offer me a loaner car. So I was catching Ubers here, there, everywhere I needed to go. And so it's just like a burden on me to leave my car sitting there. And so I have to drive it until the next time they can get me in for another scheduled repair. And then, I get a loaner car or I don't.
What have they done so far?
They say they've replaced everything that has to do with brakes. I'm talking about rotors.
Okay, where are you right now? Is the car still with them now?
No, I have it back. So this last time.
We need to get it. No, we need to get it analyzed. You need to go to somewhere else and get it analyzed.
Need help because I really, if I have to pay, I still have to get the issue fixed, and I'm $7,000 already.
Yeah, but we may help you get some of that money back if they did it. Before we get anyone to call them, I think what part of town are you in mainly?
Denver, Montbello, Green Valley area, like I-70, Peoria area.
Let's have Kevin look at him at Sheridan.
That's what I'm thinking. Sheridan Autotech. Sheridan Autotech over on Havana. Listen, Kelly will give you information. I want him to take just a free look at it first, just to look at it.
Okay.
And Kelly, if you can call, and then see what he recommends. Whatever he recommends, I would believe. But if it was something totally unrelated to what you had done, bring your receipts. Then we're going to fight for you on this one. Okay, it's possible you wasted a lot of money. Hold on, Lakeisha. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino. Man, don't let this stuff happen to you. So we're going to try to help you on that. By the way, Genesis Total Exteriors does solar. Remember that, a 25-year guarantee on production even. So if they don't meet the numbers and the projected savings, they write you a check, and that's a yearly settlement. They also do 25 years on all components. GenesisSolarCO.com.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate.
And the earlier accident, southbound Parkers, you're approaching I-225. It's been cleared. We're getting back up to posted speeds in that area. Then just construction being done. Northbound Parker Road between E470 and Cottonwood Drive. Expect daily delays there. And more road work north and southbound Wadsworth between 44th and I-70. That'll only cost you a couple minutes, though. Other than that, highways are in good shape. I-25 moving at posted speeds both north and southbound. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Slight chance of rain this afternoon. 86 for the high, 58 for the low tonight. Tomorrow, sunny and 93. Wednesday, slight chance of thunderstorms and in the mid-90s. Right now, it's 82. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Are you a safe driver? Are you looking to save money? With DriveWise from Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you can save. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
All right, you heard Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. You can call them at any time. rpcenter.com. You heard them on the show. They were helping someone out, and they can help you out with your retirement plan. If you don't know what you're doing with your retirement plan or how to best implement your retirement plan or to use it or to convert it to an annuity or to whatever you need to do, if you should cash out, how much you should cash out at any stage of your retirement, whether you're early in planning or late stage, please call Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. People you can trust. They'll meet with you as many times as it takes to get comfortable. rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211. I'll tell you someone else you'll be comfortable with, the Art of Granite, because you can call them and get a price on the phone for your countertops. How many people do that? People who are confident about their prices. The Art of Granite.com, 303-386-5919. Whether it's granite or any other natural stone, they'll do it. Or man-made materials. Whatever it is, it's wholesale on all materials. Tear out and haul away's free. And the bathroom vanity's free when you do the kitchen. TheArtOfGranite.com. Get your price, 303-386-5919. Speaking of getting your price, what about your house? Well, we've heard there's a little slight downtick on the market, but it's still pretty hot. But some people can't wait. Some people want to leave. Some people don't want to wait for loan approval. Some people don't want to do any inspections. Some people don't want to do any repairs or maintenance. Maybe you have deferred maintenance. Maybe it's a rental. Maybe it's something you want to get off your hands. Even your dream house, whatever it is, Why don't you call Homevestors to see if they'll buy it? Just see. 800-44-BUYER. That's 800-44-BUYER. Don't assume they won't pay. Just check them out. 800-44-BUYER.
Tired of long waits and rushed care at the ER and urgent care clinic? Next time, stay home and let...
What time do you get your staples out?
Oh, I don't know, but you have to start the show.
Yeah, you don't know what time you're getting them out, though?
Hold on, I can check. Hold on.
Where do you get them out at? Downtown?
No, St. Anthony. I have to go to St. Anthony's for a follow-up.
Shyster Hospital.
Hell no, they're good.
Nah, worst of the worst.
Wait, you're saying St. Anthony's?
Yeah, most people that come out of there end up with some kind of long-term disease.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so hold on. I thought you were being serious here. Hold on.
You're like, what?
Hey, Mark, I could take him out. I'll just charge him for staple.
Doc, let me tell you, a real man would just rip them out himself.
Well, he can't reach it.
When I had staples,
it's 11.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm not coming in. But then when I'm done, I'll probably be in or not. I'll let you know.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay.
Trust me, you will not feel any pain.
I had my shepherd yank mine out.
He won't feel any different than he does right now. There's no pain during the procedure or afterwards.
There's a special tool, right?
Yeah, it's a little staple remover.
Oh, my God. I don't want to hear that.
That is a staple remover. Hell, there must be one lying around your house.
Well, I always have that kind of tarantula-looking scar. I mean, that long, narrow.
Yeah.
I like that picture you sent the other day. I was like, holy shit, you got me on that one.
First of all, it's in his back. No one's going to see it except for his wife, maybe.
Yeah.
He must go swimming occasionally, don't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I go to the gym.
But you wear something.
He's going to be all deformed now.
No, I don't wear a shirt when I'm going out.
They're going to call you the Elephant Man behind your back.
It's going to be a little scar. It's no big deal.
Aquatics.
This week, we'll help you plan your summer getaway. Plus, the star of Minions, Steve Carell. And Keith Urban kicks off your weekend. Watch the Today Show.
20 seconds.
On NBC.
Oh, man, it looks like Amtrak derailed somewhere in Missouri.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So interesting, I lost my credit card, and I froze it, right? And then I ordered a new one. And on the new one, there's a charge for gasoline, nearly $200. On the new one, I didn't even get it yet.
Well, you know what they did. You probably had it on the old one, and it was just sitting there as a, what do you call it, before a pending charge.
Pending. Oh, that's possible, isn't it?
Because
Yeah,
$200
check the
in
date on
gas
the charge.
sounds like your vehicle, to be honest. It is, isn't it?
Well, it would be, yeah, around that. Yeah.
Yep.
What's the date on the charge? It's before you
It
lost
didn't
your
give
card?
me a date on it. I went to pending and couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. So I don't know. They're confused or I'm confused. Anyway, Deputy Doc called that landlord. Here's what was happening. And not a landlord, the HOA. And then he called the owner above. This woman bought a condo, and now the neighbor above has a pinhole leaking into her apartment. They've been dilly-dallying getting someone out to fix it. Deputy Doc talked to the owner. And what did the owner say?
Well,
Not the owner who's having the problem, but the owner above.
Here's what she said, that the problem was that they needed to turn off the water to the entire building. The HOA said they are coming by tomorrow to turn off the water at 8:30, and then the plumber's going to come right after that and fix the problem. So I told Sabrina that we would call her tomorrow when the show starts to see if they actually did that. But the landlord promised that the HOA and the plumber have promised to take care of it tomorrow. starting at 8:30. So we'll see whether or not they keep their promise.
Okay, and if they come tomorrow, they might fix it, but then her insurance will pay for the damages. That's the way it works. And then they'll go after, of course, the perpetrators.
Right. The main thing is getting it fixed so there's no further
But, you know,
damage.
we have to address a problem here on the show, and we do have to address it, Mark. That are the fees that municipalities are doing. We need to get a Tabor expert on here, but not Bruce. What's his name?
Douglas Bruce?
Douglas Bruce, because people hate this guy. But the law, I think, was a good law. But I wonder who we can get to talk about it. The Tabor Amendment. Are there any politicians that like the Tabor Amendment? Can we research that somehow? I want a Tabor Amendment expert. I'm going to put it in there. Tabor Amendment expert.
You know who would probably have good info on this would be Kaminsky.
Yeah, he would. Let's get him on. Or is he on the same time? I don't know. How about listen, we do have to talk to someone. We do. But because I think they're doing something to get around it, and people are getting fed up with these fees. So let's make that a mission to at least dig into it, all right? I'm Tom Martino. You've been listening to the Troubleshooter Show. Don't forget referralist.com for help, information, and referrals, all right? And save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.